You think you know me?
All right, I am your original champ, the Fast Ones of the Fast Ones University of Dynasty Building. And let's talk about Week 7 starters right off the waiver wire. Let's look at Joe Flacco, okay? He threw 5 touchdowns last week. He is now passed for 300 yards in 2 of his last 3 games for 8 touchdowns. Oh my God, 84 points total in 3 weeks. So he's up against Atlanta at home in Baltimore. Atlanta's 11th against the quarterbacks. However, they've given up 300 yards to 2 of the last 3 quarterbacks as well. 20 points, and 23 points the last 3 weeks going back. Now, Flacco's out there in 48. Oh, he's only owned in 48% of leagues. You can definitely take a shot at Flacco this week. You can do far worse than that. I mean, if he's not on your bench as your backup at this point, he's red hot. He needs to be. So grab Flacco. You can also look at Derek Carr. He's back from his injury. He's a good quarterback. He's done pretty well. He's only owned in 2% of leagues out there. He's up against Arizona, 27th against quarterbacks this year, and they're home in Oakland. Carr has tossed 6 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks for 63 points. You can do far worse than him. All right, and he's up against teams like Cleveland, Seattle, who we'll talk about. And then after that, Denver and San Diego. But we'll get back right to Seattle in just a minute. Next quarterback, you got Brian Hoyer. He's only owned in 10% of the leagues. He's out there for everybody. However, he's up against Jacksonville this week, 28% of leagues. And you know what? Nobody's throwing the ball with more heart than Brian Hoyer right now because everybody's just waiting for Manziel to come and take the job, and Hoyer's not going to let that happen. They're at home in Jacksonville, but that doesn't even matter. If you need somebody to put in for your quarterback, if you got a bye week right now and your bench guy is terrible or up against a hard matchup, Hoyer is not a bad start this week at all. Next quarterback, the last quarterback, the guy I like right now is Austin Davis for the Rams. He's up against Seattle. However, let's look at this for just a second. Seattle, they're home in St. Louis. And now Seattle has given up 10 touchdowns in the last 5 games. Okay, that's how many games they've played. One bye week. All right, 10 passing touchdowns. So they're not the defense that they were. And Austin Davis is red hot, and those guys are playing really well for him. He is definitely worth a shot. You got some newcomers to this year's fantasy football. You got Andre Holmes in Oakland. This guy's very talented, and he's the go-to guy in Oakland. We talked about Derek Carr. Okay, Arizona's only 31 against the wide receivers. Also, Brandon LaFell. He's only available in he's only owned in 6% of all fantasy leagues against the Jets. And they're 23rd against the wide receivers. And if you want a defense to start this week, you go with the Titans against Washington. Washington is 28th against the defenses, their offense against other defenses. So they're only owned in 15% of leagues. So there's your stardoms for Week 7, right off waivers. Grab them while they're hot. Grab them while they're available. All right. Let's go to the matchup of the week, the Fast Ones versus the Capos, leading the league in total points. The Fast Ones dominating every goddamn person he faces. You're damn right, it's going to be a shootout. Let's go to the videotape. Capos versus the Fast Ones. Week 7. Social media has been going nuts about this game. This is the biggest game of the year so far that our Prime League has seen, and by far it has drawn the most attention. Social media is going nuts over here at the university. Twitter, my 600 followers, email, texting. Let's go right to it. Breaking news. There has been a hit issued by Capos on the Fast Ones. Yeah, well, and that would be one more hit than the Orioles got versus the Kansas City Royals there. Nice job there, Baltimore. All right, Barney is going to lose this week. The only thing I'm losing is my lunch on Monday night when I'm what I'm laughing my ass off at the score. Shane Vereen is now the number 1 back in New England. Uh-oh, you're going down, bitch. So what you're saying is he's actually going to get off the goose egg he laid in Buffalo last week and actually do something Sunday. Doubt it. Capos is going to make an example out of you this week. Be prepared for an ass whooping. The only thing Capos is preparing Sunday is his order at McDonald's for 2 cheeseburgers and a Diet Coke. You ain't kicking Capos' butt. Yeah, well, you know what? Turns out I won't have to because he is going to do that for me himself. Now, breaking news in the NFL, we got guys shoplifting, guys making $500,000 shoplifting. Who's this? Joseph Randall, DeMarco Murray's backup, stealing underwear and cologne. Very classy. But let's go to the latest shoplifting report. You got drawing blanks, number 1 draft pick in the draft, Nicole Insulaco, straight from Las Vegas, being chased by the cops after her little incident. Let's go to the videotape. We actually have a comment by her parents, right from Vegas.
Pooyah, kapooyah! And your boy that hell just came in. Opened my door and I looked out my door and started hitting me in my head. I took out running, ran to my restroom, and then I called my mama to see was she all right.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Something is wrong here.
Like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.